I'm a little disappointed y'all didn't bring me no cake.
Happy birthday, Brian!
Happy birthday, me.
46.
46.
46, yeah.
46. How old are you?
You should be younger than
I'll
you.
always be older than you.
You're correct.
And therefore
I'll
wiser.
2 years. Nah,
They're
you only
a
got
lot
2 years
wiser.
on me.
A lot wiser.
We have a lot to talk about, obviously. But first and foremost,
there we go.
everybody wish Mr. Smoke a happy birthday. He told me.
Thank you, fellas.
He told me right when we went live. He was right before we went live. He was disappointed that I didn't bring a cake.
I know. I expected a big cake on the dusty table right in the middle.
Did you on the dusty table?
But what's better than cake? This giant bag of Zots. So how did we acquire this?
So apparently Jeff, a friend of Jeff's, fan of the show. I'm not sure exactly who sent them, but they mailed them to us.
Nice.
Anthony, who's actually watching tonight.
That's as good as cake.
Anthony was the last one that gave us our well, I think he gave us 2 big bags, which we've since
Yes.
been through.
Yes, we have.
So we got a refresher right here.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. 2 weeks in a row. I think we're setting a record for ourselves. We're on a roll.
Definitely for this year.
100%.
We might have got 2 weeks in back in maybe January.
Possibly. I don't even think we did. No,
I
I'm
don't think
pretty
we
sure
did
we didn't. But welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Fish, presented by Angler's Choice Marine. Angler's Choice Marine, y'all know them well. We talk about them all the time. 3 locations, okay? One of the biggest Ranger and Triton dealers in the nation. Martinsville, Virginia, what we call the mothership.
Yep.
Lexington, North Carolina, and Spindale, North Carolina. Great tackle selection at the stores. They do some online tackle, Ranger boats, Nitro boats, Sun Tracker pontoons, Tritons. If you're in the market
Ranger aluminum, don't forget
Ranger
those.
aluminum and Tracker aluminum.
Yeah,
and if you're in the
Tracker
market for a new boat, be sure to check Angler's Choice Marine out. You can find them online, do some shopping online. See what, if you don't even see what you want, give them a call. You'd be surprised what they can come across and find for you. You can build one from the factory like Brian and I do every year. You can just go on there and custom shop. And,
build it like you want it.
Yeah, get your custom colors and everything. So, but yeah, Angler's Choice Marine, presenting sponsor, Let's Talk Fish. And that's about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years running now at least, maybe 5.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 5 years
We've
running.
been getting our boats exclusively through them.
No, I'm talking about
I'm talking
support
for
of
the show.
Yeah. Oh,
for
yeah.
supporting the
Okay,
show.
I'm sorry.
But we've got to know all the people at all 3 locations very well, and they take care of fishermen. They're a fishing-oriented business, and they will take good care of
You
you.
see that comment from Lil Snipes?
His name is Brian. Ooh, even spelled with a Y, like your style.
No, read the rest of it.
What?
I hope you enjoy. He sent the Zots, genius.
Oh, right over my head.
Yeah, I was about
right
to
over
say,
my
man.
head. Thank you.
Brian, Lil Snipes, we appreciate the Zots. I promise you they'll be put to good use. And we will, actually, Brian already broke into the bag.
I did.
So we have like 9 left in that bag over there.
But there's no
behind.
blue or green. The blues
said-
are my favorite.
I said, if you're going to open that brand new bag, at least get a color that's not still in that half.
And I did.
90% eaten bag over there. And he did. He went in there and grabbed a blue one first thing.
Thank you, Jake. It was over his head,
Don't
too.
defend him, Jake. Don't defend him. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple hot topics tonight. One about, first we're going to talk a little bit about ICAST, which we both have to fly out to next Tuesday. You fly out Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm actually,
drive.
I think I'm going to go Friday. So I got a lot going on that week.
Well, you're taking the family, too.
Yeah, they're going to come Monday. So
Okay.
Allie and the boys, my
Let
mom.
me guess. You got a lot going on. You're going saltwater fishing.
I am.
See? A lot
Maybe.
going
I'm
on.
still hashing it out in my head.
Oh.
But so JT fishes, they have a red snapper tournament. And I fished it one year with JT Kenny and his boat, and it's Saturday. And they only got 2 days of snapper season. Saturday and
That's as
Sunday.
bad as South Carolina. What are they, 2 or 3 days?
Well, it's the whole Atlantic coast. So
yeah. Shows how much I know.
So I'm thinking about going Friday evening and fishing the snapper tournament with JT and the boys Saturday.
Okay.
I really would like to do that because I hadn't got to go offshore all year this year, and going to try to make that work. And then Allie and the family, they're all coming down Monday, and we're going to go do the parks, Universal, and all that good stuff. And probably just going to listen to the boys fuss because it's hot and they got to walk.
I tell you what, dude, you're a better band than me. So we've been to Disney World a couple times, but I will not go outside of wintertime in Florida. Just walking from the hotel to ICAST, which we always stay.
Oh, yeah, you're sweating.
Oh,
You're getting after it.
woo. I don't know if it was as bad down
But
there
it's
last year.
not really much different than what we've got here in the Carolinas.
Well, no, that's why I don't go outside.
See, I spend all day outside.
You're going to at them parks. I can promise you that. But there are some water rides you can at least get on, maybe, and get wet. And
Yeah,
cool
we're
off a
gonna
little
go
bit.
to a water park one day, and I
That'd
know
be good.
Cooper wants to go to the Lego Land or whatever that is.
Oh, yeah.
the Lego place.
Yep.
So we'll spend some time there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a fun week.
I don't. Lunker Hunt's got some really cool things. We got actually a whole new line of baits that we're launching next week at iCast. I'm excited about it because I designed a couple of those baits, but I helped design a couple of those baits. I didn't exclusively do it. But long story short, we've actually been testing those baits. I caught, how many fish did I catch? McCoy's in the background. Nobody can see him. He's always hiding from the camera. How many did I catch today on two of our prototype baits, or two of our baits from our new line? Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff, Brian.
That is. You go to Norman today?
No, we went to Moss.
Ooh,
They're
that's
biting
better
I
stuff.
think they're biting better at Moss than they are at Norman. Yeah.
Like if you can catch 15 on them at Moss, they're good.
I got my sticker, by the way.
That's good stuff.
Got
I
my
wish I
sticker.
would have got an invite. I mean, you could have took me fishing on my birthday.
We weren't. You wouldn't want to have been there. We weren't.
I can fish off the back
We-
deck while you're talking.
Not like this.
Can I,
got my
McCoy?
boat.
Can I can fish off the back deck while he's up there
We
doing his little
weren't
spiel.
fishing, so we got out there at daylight
Yeah.
and busted it
That's
until.
why I would be fishing
Well, you have a boat.
in your boat.
No.
You were already going to be
You
there.
would not. I'm trying to explain why he could not fish off the back deck. McCoy had so much camera stuff spread from the front of the boat to the back of the boat. I couldn't even hardly land the fish for pictures, dude. I had my leg cocked up in the air because he had so much stuff stacked up on the floor. I couldn't even put my foot on the floor. But we got lots of cool
better
stuff.
idea. Y'all could have paid me to be a chase boat and carry all the camera equipment.
He took the day off work.
So
I did-
everybody in this room got invited but me.
Did I
I'll
tell
see
you I
how
got
it
my
is.
sticker?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. That's all he needs to know, McCoy. Got my sticker.
Good. So now we can take
after
your
the
boat.
police came by my boat and told me to go get a sticker.
Are you serious?
Story for another day, Brian.
That's awesome.
First of all, in my defense,
Did you get a warning? Or?
no, the sticker's just reset in June 30th.
Yeah,
every year
June
for this lake.
30th.
And I told McCoy and Tyler. Tyler went to the ramp this morning. I went to the private ramp that we usually put in it because it's closest to the house.
Right.
I actually told them, as y'all are my witnesses, when the office opens today, I'm going to get my new sticker.
Yeah, but you did.
No, 100% I was going. We were filming, and I'm like, I know that's not the police boat because I ain't seen a police boat out here in 25 years.
Oh yeah.
How many times?
Drug
have you,
him up.
How many times have you seen them out there?
Maybe once and twice in 25 years.
Today you should have been out there, Brian. But in all honesty, they were great. They actually pulled up and we were filming, shooting some shots, and they stopped way out there before they even idled into
Let
us.
you finish
and
up.
Well, I was like, McCoy, you want to deal with this? He's like, nah, dude, I got to get my shot. I had the boat angle right and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was out there in flippers and masks, shooting underwater footage.
Nice.
And, dude's a professional
Well, yeah, he
now.
is.
All right, iCast. So the biggest news from iCast this year is not necessarily about all the cool baits that are coming out, because I only know of a handful personally so far, but there's always some things that surprise me
Yeah, oh,
when we
yeah.
get down there. But was that Pure Fishing pulled out?
I'd heard that.
Which
And
was a
I
while back.
heard some other companies possibly weren't coming this year. Like I don't want to say because I don't know for sure because it's kind of hearsay.
I've heard the same rumors, but we'll find out.
We'll
next
have
week.
we'll have a post iCast show and
I might walk around with my notebook checking off
we
who's
need
not
to.
there.
We need to. It'll
Yeah.
be a good post
Be a
iCast
good job
show.
for you.
Good job for me.
Yeah.
I got to work. I don't have
Yeah.
time to walk around. I mean,
All you gotta do is make one lap through the show and take a checklist. I'll write down all the big vendors that may or may not be there. You
Yeah,
just mark
I'll
them
let
off
you
if
know
they're
if
not there.
that's right.
Yeah, but I've heard some of the same rumors, and the biggest thing is, we said is iCast shrinking? Is it going away? Is it? I don't know if it's not going to go away. Okay, and by
Oh,
the way,
Lord, no.
I saw a question earlier. Where is it? It's in Orlando, Florida. I think you probably
Yeah.
picked that up from Brian talking about Disney World earlier, but it is in Orlando, Florida, as it has been for,
probably going on 10 years
I'm
now.
going to say, at least a decade.
Yeah, it's
At
been
least
going
a
there, been
decade.
there for a while.
But it is a show for the media, primarily the launch of new baits to gather content, build different things for launch, basically usually in the fall.
Yeah, and like it's a great area for iCast because you have such close proximity to bodies of water that you can, venture. I know they have the iCast Cup, a little fishing thing before iCast starts, and get all the companies out there with their new baits and stuff, and they get a lot of media content from that. But I definitely think it's like, I like the area for it. I think it works good.
Yeah, I think it's a great location. I mean, and that daggum convention center is gigantic.
It is gigantic.
So as big as ICAST is, there's still like, what did you say, over half of it that's not even being used, the convention center?
Oh, yeah, I'd say.
If not more, maybe. Yeah.
Like most time, there's another convention of some sort going on simultaneously.
Yeah, very true. So Jeremy said ICAST isn't needed anymore. So I'd like to hear y'all's feedback. I'd like to know kind of your thoughts on it. Pure Fishing, from what I understand, decided to kind of just do their own thing. I could imagine, I'm just throwing a number out, I have no idea, but I could imagine it probably cost a company like that with the personnel and the overhead and the people that they got, the products that they carry, and the booth display and the size and how many product lines that they represent.
Yeah.
I mean, several $100,000.
Oh, I would say it's in the millions for a lot.
You think it's in the millions just for that show?
Yeah.
Okay, just for that show.
I would say some companies probably spend that much. Now, I'd say that's probably not the norm. Most of them were probably in a couple $100,000 range, but yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
It is. But it's also, like, it's not just... So a lot of people view ICAST as a place where, it's just for debuting new baits and things like that, but that's not the whole vibe around it. It's like a lot of these trade shows, it's there for these companies to show appreciation to their buyers. Like they're taking their buyers out to dinner, they're hosting events, hosting parties in the evenings and stuff like that, just as a thank you for, these vendors, these retailers that are purchasing this product. So it's kind of a
big or three industry party.
Yeah, it's a big industry party. Thank you kind of that actually turns into a lot of media. But I do think now with as prominent and as powerful as social media is, that it's probably not as necessary as it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more. There's a lot more efficient ways to market and to launch new products now. And I said party multiple times in your ear because I think half the people that go to ICAST,
like a lot of your buyers, your retail buyers,
and get entertained.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's for. Like that's a lot of it. I mean, you go there to have a good time, see the new products, and a lot of the vendors there, people that have the booths, there'll be ICAST specials going on, especially for new product to help get those shelves stocked and get that product out into the world, into all of our hands.
Yeah, Rusty, so to answer your question, he said, why should I care about ICAST? As far as the general public is concerned, I'm not going to sit here and tell him he really should.
No. I mean that's...
It's like Brian said, it's a media show.
Right.
More than anything.
The one thing... One reason you should care about it is if you're an avid fisherman and follow the sport and like to bass fish, and you want to stay up on the new trends and things like that, a lot of that is debuted at ICAST. I mean, there'll be baits there that Matt and I haven't even heard rumor of being made that'll be released this year.
Yep.
And that's the one cool aspect of it is a lot of people, a lot of companies, they still reserve new product launches for that ICAST show, and to get the media buzz around it. I mean, there's been a lot of thought put into those baits and when to release it and really capitalize on getting that out to the public, and ICAST is, one of the main avenues for that.
Jody, right, that's a great point. And we've seen that with a lot of boat dealers over the years. Angler's Choice really does it upright. They have some of the biggest open houses for a private dealer that I've ever been to, attended, or seen. They do a phenomenal job with their open houses. But the number one reason is because of the simple cost of going to boat shows. Right. And I worked boat shows years and years and years ago, not as a professional angler, but as an actual salesman. This is right when I got...
It's been a long time ago.
I'm talking about 20 years ago, dude. Right when I got started in the fishing professionally and trying to make it, I was working at a boat dealership. We would attend some of these shows. And I would say back 20 years ago, it was probably worth it to go to those shows. I'd sell a couple boats there and get a lot of leads there.
Right.
But the last couple that I did before we quit doing them as a dealer was a lot of looking, not much buying, and people just going over there to kill time on a weekend.
Yeah.
Walk around, drink a cold beer, hang out with their buddies. I mean, really.
No, I've saw that, but I've also worked boat shows like in Raleigh and Virginia at the Richmond show and stuff like that, and I've been to those shows at Raleigh last year, and the first day of the event, every boat sold.
But that's impressive, and that's rare. But now, wait a minute, that's not. So the boat shows I used to work did not have such a huge presence of the tackle and the gear and the apparel either that show that you're
Right.
talking about does. So a big hybrid show like that seems to always be more effective, especially for the fishing
than
industry.
just a straight boat show.
Right. Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
And what I worked was all straight boat shows. So, and I don't even know if there's that many straight boat shows anymore.
Not in freshwater. I think there's a good many in saltwater.
Jeff's over there shaking his head. Yes. Freshwater, like straight boat, like not fishing tackle and apparel. So there are still quite a few. Okay. Shows how much I pay attention. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. And I guess they're still worth it for some dealers.
Oh, yeah.
Which I can only imagine. I mean, I know booth spaces and costs and all the different things you have to pay for when you go to those shows, and they're not cheap for sure.
No, they're not.
That's what.
Well, I mean, a perfect example. I know this year at Redcrest, the Ranger booth there, there was 3 or 4 boats, and by the end of it, all the floor models they had brought on display were sold.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's back, and this is, so I worked at Anchor Marine in Shelby, which has since closed down years and years ago. We were actually a White River Marine dealer. We were one of the first, Ronnie Walker, the fellow who owned it, and his wife Judy, was one of the first tracker dealers or White River Marine dealers in the entire western part of North Carolina.
Yeah.
And he used to get a shipment of boats in, trackers, whatever they were, sun tracker pontoons, tracker aluminums, and every boat on that load, along with the next load and the next load, was sold.
Was sold. Yeah.
They just took orders, is all they did.
Right.
And then you had more dealerships drop in place, and then the industry kind of flipped upside down. Then it came back, and then it flipped upside down again, and now it's trying to come back again.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely be a big decision from a. I mean, if you were part owner in one of these huge companies right now, which most of them are owned by private equities, is it really worth it anymore?
Right.
So, I guess Pure Fishing decided it was not. Now, I did hear rumors of them doing basically what Angler's Choice is doing and doing their own in-house iCast.
And there's a lot of value in that too. And I hadn't crunched the numbers, but if I owned my own business, I would have to weigh it out and see. Like if I'm going to spend X amount at iCast, could I spend half of X amount here and get the same amount of publicity and media coverage?
Yeah. So I see a comment from Rusty. It says, East Tennessee Fishing Show is open to the public, and iCast isn't. So, yeah, that's correct. But iCast is not a retail show. There's nothing. You can't go on iCast and buy anything. Right. Until maybe at the end of the show when they're trying to not take everything home.
Even then, I don't think.
No, I'm just saying, like, rare occasion does that happen.
Very rare occasion.
But it's still not a retail show, and it's not a.
They're writing orders, showing new product and new innovations and things like that.
And I get the frustration. They're saying,
you want a Zot? Jeff's standing here pointing at the bag of Zot.
He made a comment on here.
Yeah.
So we didn't know. And,
it went right over my head, but we got it.
Big thanks to Brian again for the 55. You said 55 pounds? It's probably, I don't know.
If you double out, I'm going to have. Oh, there we go, Matt. There we go.
Now it's a little bit less.
And now I want one. I've been banned from eating Zots while we're live.
Can you get them off the floor, Brian, and eat them? Don't know. You can't eat Zots while we're live.
Thank you, Jeff.
He's not 50,
saw
by
Jeff
the way.
all year, but he comes by on my birthday, so thank you.
He's not 50. Just FYI. I thought he was 50 today.
What?
No. He's
63.
You look good for 63. I'll give it to you. You look
46.
real good.
46.
He's young, man. He's young. Yeah, baby. All right. Oh, my gosh. Whole M. Jones wants to know what Zots are. Brian, in Bryan Thrift terms...
This ought to be very good. I don't even know what I would say.
Explain to us what a Zot is.
You want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Okay. It is a sweet outer candy shell.
Jeff's already laughing back here. Hold on. They might hire you to do a commercial, dude. Keep going.
And the middle of it has this sour like powder, and it's really good.
What does it do when you bite into it?
You don't bite into it. You got to savor it.
No, I go straight to the heart.
Yeah. You can't do it.
He said a sweet
outer candy shell.
Outer candy shell. Oh yeah.
I did not say anything about an explosion.
So it does. Yeah, I got to be real careful how I word this. It does fizz in your mouth, like I guess it's carbonated powder.
Yeah. Kind of almost like the Pop Rocks used to do.
Powdered Pop Rocks.
Yeah, powdered Pop Rocks.
Inside of
There
a
you go.
hard, sweet candy shell.
There you go.
Perfect.
We just perfectly described it.
Delicious.
Tis a zot. What's your favorite flavor, Brian?
My favorite is the blue raspberry.
I'm right there with you. I like the grape and the orange, but the blue raspberry takes the cake.
Yeah, definitely the blue raspberry.
All right. We next topic, which is the hot topic lately, all over social media. It kind of is. No, Gushers are soft and gummy.
No, nowhere near.
It's not. I love Gushers. Sour Gushers are the bomb. McCoy. Yeah, McCoy's a sour Gusher guy. I did get McCoy turned on to sour Gushers. All right.
Oh Lord.
So, I lost my train of thought. Oh, we explained what we explain. Oh yeah, the hot topic.
Matt's in Zotland.
I know why he stayed around. He's afraid I'd lose my memory, my mind, and everything else. Oh, by the way, a trivia question at the end of the show. We didn't even talk about this, Brian. We have our giveaway.
Yes.
Okay. We have a great question. Brian's got a special giveaway for everybody tonight. I'm gonna let you tell
I mean,
what
it's
it
my
is.
birthday, so we got to do a little something extra. So as always, we've got our awesome Angler's Choice weigh bag here that'll be coming from Angler's Choice Marine. Hold that up, Matt, so everybody can see. Heavy
Get
duty
the
weigh
Zot
bag.
powder off of it.
Help you carry all your bass to the scales, alive and well.
And that'll hold a 63-pound bag of bass.
Will it really?
No, I don't know. I just said that.
I mean, it
I thought you were going to say, have
would.
you caught 63 pounds? And put it
Yeah,
there?
that's my next question.
I put 49 spotted bass in that bag for 63 pounds. No, it's a heavy duty bag.
It
though.
is.
Yeah.
But on top of that, we're also going to do a bait fuel giveaway. So I brung this from my own personal stash just to sweeten up the giveaway tonight. We've got some of the new bait fuel Fast 55, the new gel that came out this year, or actually late last year, and we've got the new hard bait stick for your hard baits, jerk baits, things like that, crank baits. You get out there in the wintertime, you're catching those fish on live sonar on jerk bait and can't get them to commit because you're tired of shaking your minnow, you got arthritis. Put some of this on your jerk bait, help you get a few more bites. So a little bit sweeter deal is this week for the giveaway.
All right, so that'll be in the show, our trivia giveaway, just like always. Ever tried a warhead? Absolutely, I have, Greg. Matter of fact, I just finished a pack of warheads today that I got. You don't know.
Matt is a candy freak.
He don't know who he's
Sour
talking to,
candy
does he?
freak.
Man, hey, McCoy, when we got in off the lake, and I was sitting over there in the den, what was I eating? The little plastic container. These are the little mini ones too, Greg. If you ain't tried these, they're the bomb. They were warheads. Never mind, they were warheads. You don't even know what I mean, he just kept coming over there and stealing my Zots is all I remember. But we were actually down at the beach. Look, we were down at the beach on vacation last week, down at Pawleys Island. The hammock shops. You know where the hammock shops are? Yeah, Jeff knows where they are. They have a candy store there.
Oh, my God.
Like a legit candy store. Like where they have the barrels of candy everywhere.
That's going to be a good trivia question one night, buddy.
I don't have any cavities. As a matter of fact, I haven't had one since I was like 12. I mean, my cavities are so old. My fillings, they're silver. Like they ain't done that in 15 years.
What?
Silver fillings.
That is true.
Yeah. At least I don't
Well, they still do them now.
think.
If you don't want to buy
See? Look at what my wife just said. Thank you. Thank you, darling. She said he's not a good example. He never has cavities. I mean, look, I ruin my teeth, but I take care of them too.
I'm the same way.
Does that make sense? Yeah, makes sense. All right. The really hot topic tonight was we're going to talk about, and I'm going to clarify some things. Y'all have seen some different lists through some different platforms about the BPT, who's potentially out. There's some accurate names. There's some inaccurate names. I found that out tonight through my little buddy Brian here. He is a BPT. He's not in danger of getting cut. He's a BPT pro, and he's not in danger of getting cut. But we know who is for sure.
So,
now,
have we gotten a bass list too?
I've got.
So we got.
I'm getting to that.
I'm just curious.
Okay.
I want to know.
We're going to start. I've got the bass list.
Matt hides everything. He don't tell me what we're doing on the show.
Wait a minute.
until I
In
get
my
on
defense,
here.
I was here at what time, Tyler? 6 o'clock, 6:15. I was here.
I was here at 6:15.
Okay, I was here at 6:20. 6:20. I had to make a stop on the way here.
6:57.
Yeah, it's okay. I was here working, taking all these notes, getting all our stats together.
I mean, I had a lot.
He rolled in
going
at
on.
6:57.
Well, Allie wanted some grilled chicken, so I had to grill some chicken before I left. I mean, that's the way it is.
Forbid.
Yeah, I had to eat supper with the family.
Could have grilled it at 5:30. We actually ordered
Well,
pizza.
I started to grill at 5:30, and it got done about 10 after 6, and I ate with the family, and then I'm here.
You made it.
See,
But
exactly.
to your point, I do all the work. Y'all write that down. It is his birthday. We'll allow it today.
He does 80% of the work.
Hey,
McCoy does 10%. Tyler does 10%.
I'm going to give Tyler and McCoy a little. Wait, that leaves you at 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was accurate. Okay, that was accurate. All right.
I do a little bit of work.
I'm going to drop mine down to about 50. I'm going to put McCoy and Tyler at the other 50.
Can I get 1%?
Still leaves you at 0.
No, because I come up with trivia questions quite often.
Quite often, huh?
Yeah, when
Like
you ask me to.
1 in 100 shows?
When you ask me,
Oh, okay. All right, come up with one tonight.
we've already got one.
Oh, I know, but I'm just testing you. See if you. All right, let's get to the BPT list first. Then we do have the Bassmaster Elite list, kind of who's in danger and where we're at there. And I want to explain something about the Bassmaster Elite list because they do something that I don't really like.
So
And-
Howard, before we get into the list, let's go through the requalification process.
okay,
for both leagues.
you're gonna have to go through BPT.
Right.
Okay.
I will to the best of my ability because I may not be 100% sure myself.
Okay, you start with that, and then I can go through the list after you tell them
Okay.
how it's based.
Okay. So as far as I know, and I think this is accurate, some of it may not be, but it's based on a percentage of your finishing percentage. So your percentage on how many anglers you've beaten since the start of your career at the Bass Pro Tour. And every 3 years you get one drop year. So if you've been in the Bass Pro Tour for 4 years, you'll be able to drop 1 year. And if you've been there for, I guess, 6 years, you'll drop 2 years. That's how it goes. But it's based on a percentage of the amount of anglers you've beaten over each year. So and the reason they had to do it like that is because we've had varying number of anglers from year to year. You know, we started with 80, now we're at 65, and then next year we're going to 50. So it has to be based on your percentage of where you finish versus your actual placement, because that gives you a more accurate view. So that's how they're determining the points. And for 2026, the qualifiers will be don't let me mess this up. It's the highest 36 anglers currently in the Bass Pro Tour with the highest career average. So the top 36 in career average percentage automatically requalify for 2026. And then your next highest 10 in points for 2025 requalify. So in theory, it could go down to 46th place in the Angler of the Year standings will requalify, because your guy that they're going to take the top 36 guys percentage wise first, and most of those guys are going to be in the top of the field, other than people that have had a terrible year like myself. So I'm going to be way down at the bottom of the field.
And Matt.
And then they're going to invite the rest of the guys over from the Tackle Warehouse Invitationals to fill the field for next year. So that's how the qualification is going to work on the Bass Pro Tour.
Yep. All right. So for the Bass Pro Tour, again, I said I'm going to go through that list first, if I can get it pulled up on my phone. And let me try to do that here. I'm trying not to lose I'm trying to do that at the same time. I'm trying to keep our LTF screen. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I got it going as well.
All right. So for the BPT, this is with only one event left, correct, Brian?
Yes, we only have one regular season event left. It is the first week of August at Saginaw Bay. It's going to be a fun event because they actually, for this year, they extended our boundaries. So we fished Saginaw Bay in 23, but it was a 5-fish limit deal then, not a every fish counts format.
Okay.
And they extended our boundaries another 20 miles that we can go. So that's going to put a lot more smallmouth water in play.
That's pretty cool.
So it's going to throw a lot of wrench in the game plans of guys that are on the bubble,
making a long
maybe
run.
Gambling. Well, and they've already told us in our tournament statement that it is going to be trailered every day.
Okay.
So that that makes it a kind of a no-brainer. You know, that guys that want to go out there and
drive to the
think
biggest
smallmouth are going to dominate, you know, they can focus all their attention on that and get to those fish. And then guys that want to focus solely on largemouth will be able to do the same thing. So that's going to be an event I think it's going to be a great event to follow, especially with so much on the line for 25 guys requalifying and them cutting 15 places out of the field. You know, there's going to be a lot of guys fighting for their livelihood in this last event, and making one good decision is going to save them.
100%. Okay, so I'm going to start with, based on everything that Brian just told you, I'm going to start with 37th place and go through 66th. Does that sound about accurate?
Yeah.
So that's going to be the number of guys, and that are cut as of right now today before the last tournament. Now, to Brian's point, these are the guys on the chopping block at the moment, but that could change a little bit after this last event. So right now it's Britt Myers, Nick Hatfield, Marshall Robinson, Terry Scroggins, Casey Ashley, Brandon Coulter, Marty Robinson, Martin Villa, Josh Bertrand, Dave Lefebvre, Jeremy Lawyer, Jared Littner, Shin Fukai, David Walker, Gary Klein, Fred Rumbanis, Skeet Reese, Greg Vincent, Dylan Hayes, and Gerald Sporer.
Yep.
All right, now those that are just above that cut line that could potentially still be in danger if they have a really bad event at Saginaw, or potentially a mediocre event, depending on how everybody else does.
Right.
I'm just going to go through the next four that are just in front of that cut line.
Yeah.
Luke Clausen, Keith Poche, Bradley Roy, and Marshall Hughes.
Yep.
So that's kind of where they're at with the BPT today as of right now in this moment. Sound right to you?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds close. Close enough. Somebody will fact check us, there's no doubt.
Yep.
But I feel like that's pretty accurate.
Right, I do as well. And it's, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because you've got a lot of guys that are mathematically within striking distance.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of swapping up, especially at this last event.
That event, along with our last event, it'll be. I mean, guys will be pushing the envelope as hard as they can push it. So, excuse me. All right. Bassmaster Elite Series requalification. It is basically based on your Angler of the Year average for forever, basically, with a drop every 5 years. So BPT does 3, Bass Elites do 5. Now,
and I could see BPT switching to a 5-year as their longevity of the organization continues to stretch out.
But. Well, if they do that, even if they stay a 3, if they do that, they need to give the 5 rookies an exemption somehow, at least 1 full year, right? So, all right. Now, here's the catch with Bassmaster Elites. If you're 96th in the standings over your 20-year average, 5-year average, 10-year average, doesn't matter, after your drops, whatever, but you finish in the top 70 in the AOY standings for that current season, you get a free pass.
You're safe.
No matter what.
Yeah.
All right. I don't personally like that. Top 70, top 50 maybe. Top 70, there's 100 of us, you know. So I don't think a guy deserves to be cut that could potentially finish 75th in the points, who has a potentially way better average than this guy who gets cut that finished 68th in the points.
Right.
Because this guy's averaged better, but he got a free pass.
So it doesn't matter what your career average is. If you finish 90th one year, you could potentially be
100%. Let's just say, all right, say the last 2 years, say a guy's finished 96 and 82nd. For some reason, he's hanging on.
Yeah.
This year, he finished 68th. He's safe, automatically safe. And again, I got a lot of reasons why I'm not a fan of that, but it just doesn't reward consistency as much. So it punishes somebody that could potentially technically be safe, but because of this rule,
so out of the
they're leaving.
70, or out of, I don't know how many y'all have got, 100 and something.
102.
102.
To be exact.
So out of the 32 that are on the chopping block, not by being in the top 70.
Well, we only have 10 basically that are truly on the chopping block.
Okay, so out of that 32, 10's going to be removed.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
correct.
So essentially, you know, if you have 1 or 2 bad years, you're safe either way. Like,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
if your career average is good, like it.
If your career average is good, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're really not in danger.
I mean, there'll be guys that finish 80th, 90th in the points this year that are in no way, shape, or form in danger of losing their career.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I've got so I've got those anglers right here. And again, there's been a lot of lists thrown around online, but some of the anglers that are going to be in danger this year are, and it's hard for me to really get this accurate, but I'm just going to give you the bottom 10 based on average, okay? Regardless of where they're sitting in the points this year, because I didn't calculate all that. But the bottom 10 based on average, okay, and I'm going to go from 102nd to 92nd,
All right.
is Blake Capps, Tim Doobie, Matty Wong, Jonathan Kelly, Alex Wetherill, Bo Browning, Logan Latuso, Andrew Loberg, Ed Lawford, Brad Watley, Bernie Schultz, Chad Pipkins. Oh, sorry, I went to 91. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I know a couple of those guys are already going to be safe no matter what. Now, Bo Browning's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's got a free pass right off the bat, which I agree with, first-year guy.
It should be.
Blake Capps, rookie.
Yep.
Free pass, as it should be. Now, a couple of those other names, and I believe Andrew Loberg's one of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he a rookie or is this his
No.
second?
Andrew Loberg, oh, yeah, he's a rookie too. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Loberg's a rookie
he was
too.
a rookie, yeah.
But what I was going to say is he's top 70 anyway. So you have to keep on going down this list, right?
Yeah.
Well, the list that I've seen online has a guy that's all the way in 72nd or 73rd place, not me,
might get
that could
kicked out.
potentially get cut this year.
Right, because his average is worse than.
He's only been fishing 2 years.
Yeah.
All right.
But
so
he's got the chance to save himself over the next couple of
he
events.
jumps
If
in the top
gets
70, he's
that top
safe.
70, yeah.
And as far as I know, that is Ben Milliken, which
Yeah.
is very surprising because last year, this is what's crazy.
Yeah.
This is what I don't like. Last year he finished 29th or something, 30th in the points.
Yeah.
This year he finishes, let's just say he ends up in 80th. He's gone.
Yeah.
So, but his average now is what? Let's just say 80th and 30th.
His average would be
54th, 55th?
54, 55th.
See, that's not, like, see where I'm getting
But
at
that
here?
would be a low enough average to be cut.
Because all the people behind him,
have a higher average.
no, they are in the top 70 this year.
Gotcha.
Enough people. This is confusing, just like BPT.
I'm way confused.
So
I thought I had it pretty dialed in with the BPT.
that's what's crazy. So on this average, okay, Ben Milliken's average actually on here currently as he stands is 51.
Yeah.
You know where he is on this average list? This is after all your drops and the current this is after all your drops and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, so this is the actual average finish placement for
he's
every angler type.
He's in 80th in this whole list
Good gracious, with a 51st average.
with a 51 average.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. So the guy who's in 101st, which is Tim Doobie, has a 78th place average.
Yeah.
I think he's been in the league for about 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets tough, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, there's going to be some guys that I don't feel like they definitely deserve to be cut. But that's the rules, so that's the way it is. Now, I'm gonna name some of these that are below 70th place right now that are in fear of getting cut. I got more than 10 on here, but it's going to depend on how the last 2 tournaments go. We still have 2 events left. Ray Hanselman, Ben Milliken, Paul Mueller, Mark Frazier, Chad Pipkins, Jonathan Kelly, Alex Wetherill, Ed Lawford, Brad Watley, Bernie Schultz, Matty Wong, and Tim Doobie. Now, only about 6 or 7 of those names were part of that 10 that I named earlier. No, actually, maybe only about 5.
I'm with Keith. My eyes went crossed about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, I understand. I'm going to get away from this in a second. But a few that are
I
in
need
danger.
visual aids. Like, I feel like if I had a visual aid, it would be easier.
Yeah.
McCoy, where were you at with the visual aids? We need this up on the screen.
I'm not going to disagree. But that's kind of where we're at with the elites. Now, a few guys that are in danger but are well in the top 70. So these guys' average is not good, but they're inside the top 70
Right,
currently, so they're
safe.
safe.
Right.
That's Joey Cifuentes. I can never
Cifuentes.
say it.
Cifuentes.
Cifuentes. Cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy. Paul, look, dude, I don't. It's I'm with you, dude. This is pretty hard to keep up with. I tried to explain it the best of my ability. So did Brian. Hope maybe y'all can watch this like 720 times when it comes out on YouTube.
I feel like a visual. We messed up not having a visual aid.
Yeah, a visual.
But I feel like we're doing the best we could do.
Well, there's plenty of social media platforms out there that have visual aids for this same topic.
And we got to be different. We got to make it hard.
Yeah. But it's Joey Sventez. These are in danger, not getting cut as of right now. Carl Jakobsen, David Gaston, Greg DePalma, Cole Sands, Logan Latuso, and Alex Redwine. Yeah. So that's just in danger, but they're all safe right now because they're inside the top 70.
Right.
Okay.
Now, do any of the people in danger have speaking off of Jody's comment, have a AOY or a classic under their belt?
No. So none of the people that I have named, let me just double check my list before I say something wrong and get yelled at by everybody. There's not a single person on here that has a legend exemption point.
Gotcha.
Meaning a legend exemption point, you get a point for an AOY, Angler of the Year,
for a classic,
and a point for a classic. If you were crowned AOY, or if you won the Bassmaster Classic. Yeah.
I wish that maybe I could talk BPT into transferring my FLW points over for cup wins and AOYs.
Yeah.
If I don't tighten up, I'm going to be on the chopping block in about 2 or 3 more years.
Chuck, yes. I can actually tell you where both of us are. I don't mind sharing that as far as the AOY lists. Yeah. Brian, you got yours. I'll get mine.
You had it.
I do. Actually,
hang on. I
do have Brian's. I got you. I
can pull it back up if you
Okay, you pull yours up. I'll get mine up.
How do I make my screen small? What's that button do?
McCoy,
I'm trying to link to a TV. How do I... That button? Nope. Oh, I've done it now. There we go. McCoy saved the day.
You good?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I got it.
All right. So my Elite Angler of the Year average.
Wait, no, I don't have it. Go ahead. I'm going to get it.
I can pull it up again.
No, it's not on the thing. I got it.
Bless.
You go ahead with yours, and I'll have mine.
All right. So I am sitting in 28th place. My Elite AOY average after 10 killer with a drop every 5 years. I have not been 10 years. I've been 7. Is this my 7th year?
Yeah, I think you started in 19.
So is this 7th?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 7.
7. Attaboy. Attaboy. I didn't know if you were going to go to the other hand when you got to 5.
I thought
or if you
about
were
it,
start
and then
back
I was
over.
like, that might be confusing.
All right, so I'm sitting in 28th.
Had to get to my toes here.
Yeah. My average, I'm looking at my average, is 23.8 right now, which sounds great, but I'm still in 28th place with that average.
Yeah, that's an AOY, like where you finish.
That's a lifetime AOY average. Yeah, is what that is, with one drop after 7 years.
Right.
Brian, you're same amount 7 years in?
No, I started in 2020.
That's right.
So I'm
6 years
6 years in.
Oh, you get 2 drops now.
Yes.
Look at you.
I'm going to get to drop this year. But I am 1, 2, 3,
Me
4,
too.
5, 6, 7. I am in 13th on the list from the top.
Does it show your average?
Yes. Well, it showed, my career average percentage is 82.053.
So that's like an 18th, right?
I have no idea.
That's probably
that
terrible
sounds
math.
good to me.
That's probably terrible math, but
that sounds great to me.
But yeah, just to answer the question, saw a couple questions on there. If we are safe, we are as of now.
Yes,
we are this year, 100%, and hopefully we can actually go back the other way,
go in the right direction,
starting 2026. I'm interested to see the schedule, which will come out sooner than later. I'm sure ours usually comes out, I think, October.
Right, and our like sometimes the organizations announce it at ICAST, but I haven't heard any rumors of anything.
I haven't either.
I don't know if there's going to be anything.
Which probably means it's not happening because we always hear lots of rumors.
Right.
Yeah. What are you? You looking past me or something?
Who?
Oh, I thought you looked like you
I
were
thought
looking.
I seen something go by, but it was a car.
Oh, well, there's a road. There's a road right there. Did you know that?
Yeah, like it got in my peripheral.
Yep. Mike Harris, obviously thrift safe. Andy Morgan, do you know roughly where he's at in the average standings?
Morgan's safe.
Definitely didn't see him anywhere close to the bottom.
No,
He said he's good if you and Andy Morgan are safe.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
I need to catch more fish so I can be on camera and you can watch me more often, though.
Yeah.
That's what I got to work on.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we are. I'm trying to catch up on comments now. Happy birthday!
Looky here.
Got him.
They got me.
Happy birthday to you.
I got a cake. Look at this.
Dear Brian,
Thank
birthday to you.
Thank you.
Take that.
You guys, Emily, thank you.
Thank
for
you,
making me
Emily. Oh, this is homemade by Miss Emily Arey. Look at that. You gonna help me blow the candles out, Coop?
Hold
Hold on. There's more. There's more.
Oh, I got to put a hat on. Oh, here we go.
Don't say I never got you anything.
Now look at there.
And put
This,
your hat on.
this is impressive. I'm
We gotta
impressed.
get a good picture. I just stepped on dots everywhere.
Look at that. You like my hat, Coop?
Here, Coop. Here, put this in your pocket.
We got to put this old bottle sun drop up. We're going straight to the glass.
I don't have a pocket.
Cooper's Jack and Zots. Oh, this is awesome.
Did anybody tell him what kind of cake that is?
It looks like.
It's a sun drop.
Go ahead with it.
It's sun drop.
Hold on. Speaking of the mic.
It's sun drop flavored.
Sun-drop flavored pound cake.
Pound cake.
Yeah.
This is like a staple in the Carolinas. I'm excited about this.
And then I'm going to ask you a question after you blow your candles out to see what you really know about sun-drop.
All right, let's go with it. I'm blowing them out.
Yay! He's not completely out of breath, so he ain't that old yet. So, question.
All right, let me see if I know the trivia question.
Look inside that bottle.
Yeah,
What is that?
I don't know. Deliciousness. That's what that is.
You don't see what's all
Yeah.
floating around in there?
Yeah,
What is it?
I have no idea.
Man, I thought you were a sun-drop guy.
That's just look. You shake it up and it's gone.
No,
That's-
okay, there's a hint for yourself right there.
sugar.
Is it sugar?
Well, there's a lot of sugar in there.
Yeah,
but I
there's
ain't
a lot of
sugar.
sugar in it. There is only 170 calories.
Only.
So what
Okay,
is it? I
so
wanna
in
know.
all honesty, I didn't know either. I had to Google it. But
It's got
y'all
is
wanna
it
tell
some
him?
kind of citrus something? Pulp. Yeah.
so in the glass bottles, which is much more common
Listen,
because
listen here.
oh, it's a twist top. I didn't even think it was a twist top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See that little bit.
It's not that cold, so
Easy coming.
it's been sitting in that room for an hour and some change.
It's still delicious though.
It's not dyed either, but
No, that's fine.
yeah.
Glass bottles are sweeter and taste way better. So.
And that hat's amazing. I mean, it's
Thank you.
amazing.
Do I need to go to the side with it a little bit?
Actually, that's even better. Yeah. All right. So, I got something else. I just realized why everybody's standing here staring at the cake.
What do we? I hope you got a knife to cut this cake.
Yeah. I made a stop.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not cutting it. I ain't cutting it.
We'll let Miss Emily cut the cake. She is the chef. Or did Reese? Did you make the cake?
No. I was going to, but then I backed out.
Oh, then she forgot to come out of her room.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we know what that's like, don't we, Wiley?
You lose track of time.
Here we go. Go cut it, sweetie.
No, I don't want to cut it.
Do the honors, Miss Reese.
It's your birthday.
You can't. The birthday boy can't cut the cake. The chef has to cut the cake.
I'm going to do a big piece.
We'll get right back to the show in a minute.
I don't know if everybody wants to watch a piece of cake. I gotta try one bite.
You bet. My daughter's never even cut a piece of cake for me.
That's perfection.
She's just practicing for you next.
I don't need a fork. Thank y'all so much. This is what.
You don't need a fork?
Fun surprise, yeah.
I gave you a piece, Dad.
I don't know if I've been banned from eating Zots while we're filming live, so I don't know if sun-drop pound cake fits.
Man, per se. But, all right, how about I pass?
Yeah, let's cut. Here, take the cake over there, and we'll finish the show while we enjoy a piece of this delicious sun-drop pound cake. Cooper, Wiley, y'all gonna eat some cake?
Oh, y'all put one right here?
Come here,
Take a
Cooper. You
nice
gotta
bite
get
and
it.
look
Come
into
here,
the
boys.
camera,
Y'all gotta get
Brian.
on the
Tell
show.
us
Come here,
How
Wiley.
good it is.
Say hey to everybody.
Hi.
This is Cooper,
Hey,
my
everybody.
youngest. Wiley, come here. Come say hey to everybody. He's tall.
Hello. I don't know much.
He's actually started driver's ed classes this week, but don't you look
Oh
at this.
Lord.
So Wiley, how old are you? 15? 14. He'll be 15. But look at this. Look how much taller he is. Stand back to back. That's bad, isn't it? That's very bad.
No. Yeah, but who still dominates the house?
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
I'm the king of this castle.
Somebody's shaking her head over there.
Well, you know, king's got to answer to people occasionally.
Queens,
Yeah, king's got to answer to queens.
emperors. All right, yeah. So
Thank y'all very much.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy. And
Thank y'all. That was pretty awesome.
I've never had a sun drop pound cake myself. But
I've had one
kinda-
bite and it is delicious.
Well, you eat and enjoy while we. I can wrap the show up. Don't worry.
I can eat and do the show at the
I think
same
I can
time.
handle it. I think. Oh that was my oldest Reese, beautiful wife Emily, who y'all see in the comments occasionally, and my youngest Ren apparently decided to go to a friend's house to play instead of coming out here. She was torn though, dude. When we said pound cake and singing happy birthday, she
wanted to do
she
that.
had a big decision to make. Yeah, but she decided to.
I'm impressed. This is awesome. Thank y'all very much.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I don't know if y'all were watching the show, but right when we went live, he's like, "Man, I sure wish somebody would have brought me a cake."
I know. Y'all got me good. This was, and you know what? Allie always surprises me in some way, shape, or form on my birthday, it seems like. And like I was just thinking, well, she's not going to surprise me with anything this year. Here we are.
You got it.
I
You
think
got it, boy.
She conjured all this up with Emily and Reese, and they had this plan going the whole time to surprise me. So very nice surprise. Thank you, ladies.
Jeremy, appreciate the kind words. We really do. He said he loves how real and genuine we are, and I don't think there's any other way to be honest with you. Everybody's wishing you happy birthday. Rusty said this
Thank
is
you.
way better than the show itself.
I
Thanks,
agree.
Rusty.
The cake is for sure. The cake is
Yeah.
the cake is spot on. Like it's good and moist. It's not dry. It's delicious.
Tyler's about to die over there. Yeah, no comment.
He knows. Look, he's got a piece and it's gone. He's
So-
already ate the whole piece.
So, ladies, that was perfect timing.
That was.
It's 7:55. I think we can wrap the show up a little bit early tonight. Y'all can enjoy your pound cake. I'm not gonna sit here and eat while I'm trying to talk, so I'm gonna wrap the show up so I can enjoy my pound cake.
Yes.
And we do have a trivia question left.
Yes, we do have a trivia question with the bait fuel giveaway in the Angler's Choice Way bag.
Yep. You know, this trivia question. Never mind. The more I talk, the more I'll have to give it away.
Gonna have to go. There was a lot of thought put into this trivia question.
Yeah. But all right, we're just gonna jump straight into it. Again, everybody, thanks for joining. I know Smoke appreciates all the happy birthday. Man, you got a bunch of happy birthday wishes
It's
on
been
here.
awesome. Thank you guys, and we really appreciate you taking your time out of the day to hang out with us and listen to us jabber. A lot of times about nothing, but occasionally we got something pretty cool.
Yeah. Keith Wood. He said, "What thrift fact is the trivia question going to be?" Well, you already got part of it right. It is a thrift fact.
It is a thrift fact.
So here we go. So how much did Brian weigh when he was born?
That's the straight it.
Pounds and ounces. Yeah, I wasn't gonna pick
There
on
you
you
go.
that. Oh, by the way, since you had half forgot, but that's the answer.
Yeah, I know how much I weighed when I was born.
I'm just throwing it out there in pounds and ounces. In
Pounds
pounds
and
and ounces. So we're gonna say it like it's 7.6. That was
You know,
7
you know
pounds.
what? It's actually
6
bigger
ounces.
than any bass I've caught this year too. I got an answer.
I see it.
Yep.
I think he's won before.
I think he has
All right,
too.
announce the winner.
I've got Mr. Chuck Fish.
That's who I've
with
got.
7 pounds and 8 ounces.
Yep. So Chuck, you're getting the bait fuel package along with the Angler's Choice heavy duty weigh-in bag, and it is 7.5 pounds.
7.5
Is
pounds.
that is 8.5? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the biggest bass I've weighed all year was a 7 even. I weighed more than the biggest bass I've caught.
I
this
haven't
year.
caught a 7-pounder this year. McCoy. Gosh.
Oh, he just dropped the
Why
pound
can we not
cake.
have a camera on you 24/7? I've been with him for about 12 hours today.
And all the
He
cameras have
dropped
been
something
pointed
on
at
his
you.
foot. He spilled. I don't know what all he did. I could write a book, but we still love you, McCoy. Just dropped his whole plate of sun.
So what are we
cake on the
looking
floor.
like for
We'll be
the
at
next
ICAST.
show? Yeah, we got ICAST, possibly the week after ICAST. Are you going to be in town, or y'all got vacation?
No, I'll be in town that week.
Ooh,
So
we
yep.
got a good post ICAST.
Yeah, we're going to definitely do a post ICAST wrap
Yep.
up, which will be 3 out of 4 weeks. Y'all write that down. That might be a record for us.
For this year is the record for sure.
100%. Mike, thanks for joining in as always. Everybody, thank you for joining in. We had close to
You
200
wanna see if
viewers.
the boys can sign us off tonight.
You think they know how? Reese, do you know how to sign us off?
Reese knows how, I bet.
Now I need some. Hey, if y'all gonna do it, I need some enthusiasm from you.
Who's on board? Reese is on board. Oh, look at there.
Lord!
There
you know
we
who this
go.
reminds me of, and all our viewers will know who I'm talking about because they're all our age. She has no idea who I'm talking about.
You going Macho Man now.
Kenny Powers.
I'm going Macho Man.
Oh,
Randy
Macho Man
Savage.
Randy Savage. I'm going Kenny Powers. You know who either one of those are? Okay, that's probably good on both
All right,
on
Cooper.
both counts.
You
So
and Reese are going to do it together.
we will see y'all
to the mic.
the Tuesday after ICAST,
For
same
a
place,
Post ICAST show.
same time. And y'all want to sign us off, kiddos?
Say, if we can't go fishing.
If we
what?
can't fish,
Talk to the mic.
if we can't fish, we're gonna sit right here and talk fish.
Bingo.
Say, yay! Come
All
on,
right.
see us.
Yay, Cooper!
Yay!
See y'all next time.
Thank y'all.